Hey guys, welcome back to the Fragrance Wardrobe. Today I'm going to get into my spring list for 2021. It's going to be the designer. I'll have a niche and indie one coming out next week. I do apologize on my lack of videos coming out this week, and I'm gonna have to do my weekly rotation for last week and this week in one video. Had a couple friends pass away, so kind of, it's been a busy week. So I am going to get into these 10 designer picks I picked for spring. I did my designer and niche indie green list for spring. Now these will be some green, some citrus, different ones, so you're going to have a little bit of more of a variety on style. I did try to find stuff in pretty much every price point, from kind of low to high or low to mid-range, I guess. And I guess we can go ahead and dive into these. Now I don't have my notes for the prices on these. I do kind of have an idea in my mind, but I will pop up the exact prices on the screen as I edit it, so you can look at the screen and I'll have it up there. Okay, a couple of these did make my green list, and I think we're going to start with those. We'll go prices low to high. So the first one was on my designer green list. It's from Azzaro. It's like $19.99 from Fragrance Net. You can use the discount code RENG7 to save 35%. Also, check out Kingdom Fragrances. He has some of the lowest prices on designer and niche fragrances as well. This one is going to be from their Celerissimo line, and it is Levanzo right here. And it looks green, and it is green. It has kind of a water spray. Yeah, it has a very fresh, kind of a citrus type of green in there. I think there might be a little bit of mint. All in all, it's a very fresh fragrance. It's green, not the grassy type of green, but it's pretty good. I think most people are going to enjoy it, whereas sometimes like the grassy or earthy type of greens, people might not. But for 20 bucks, you can blind buy this, and I think you'll be pretty happy with it. Moving along, we have from Banana Republic. This also made my green for spring designer edition. This was going to be Vintage Green from Banana Republic. Right here. Really nice scent on this one. Yeah, it smells really good. Okay, kind of the same thing as this Levanzo. It's a green fragrance, but it isn't one of those grassy type of greens. So it's pretty fresh. I think there's some citrus up top. There might be like a hay note or something in there, but it doesn't go like super grassy or anything like that. Really good fragrance. I think it's pretty good quality. Performs decently, about 6 hours on skin, and you can get them for like 20 bucks at the racks when they're in stock. Also, I think on the discounters, they're selling them for $20 as well, so check that out. Next up, this one, we're going to go kind of a bluish style aquatic. It's going to be for your warmer days, maybe like going to the lake, stuff like that. Warm days, very mass appealing. It's from Davidoff. It's Cool Water, not intense, but Cool Water Aquaman right here. Cool Water Aquaman. Actually, this should have been the first one I did because it is the cheapest on the list. So, good atomizer on these. Yeah, it smells good. Yeah, it smells like a blue style fragrance. Little bit of like a, yeah, it smells like a blue style fragrance with an aquatic feel to it. So you have like, I think there might be some type of fruit in there mixing with those water notes. Smells really good. It's very mass appealing. It's something that you would kind of find kind of like in an Abercrombie & Fitch store, that style of fragrance where everybody's going to like it. That's the reason why they have them on display in the stores. This one's kind of no different. Very appealing scent. Going to play really well, especially with younger crowds, and like going to the lake, going to the beach, that kind of thing. This one's great for it. So I really enjoy this one. I think it came out in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, either 2019 or maybe it was 2020. So I got this one. I think it's like a limited or something like, or collector's edition. You can get this one for a 120 ml bottle from the rack stores for like $16.99. That's what I paid. And I think even the discounters have them around like 20 bucks. So rack stores, if you see it, pick it up. I think it's a pretty good buy. The performance on that one, it's not bad. I mean, you get 6-7 hours out of it. Maybe you can push 8 spraying clothes, but all in all, pretty decent fragrance. All right, so next up, we're gonna get into a little bit more of a mid price range. So there's like 4 cheapies right there. The rest won't be cheapies, but they're not like super expensive or anything like that. Something that I think most people will be able to get their hands on. This one is a classic. It came out in, I think, the 1950s, maybe 1959-ish. Been around a long time, still works. It is from Guerlain. It's Vetiver. Vetiver from Guerlain. This is one of my, oh man, that's good. This is one of my all-time like favorite classic fragrances. One of my all-time like classic scents from yesteryear, I guess you could say. And it smells really good. People still wear this. You can make this a signature scent. I think it plays very nicely in the warmer weather. The vetiver in here, you get a little bit of an earthy green type of feel to it, but there's also a soapy cleanness in there as well. You can feel that all kind of combining. There's a ton of notes. It came out like the 50s. Ton of notes on this one, and it performs very well. You get every bit of 8 hours on my skin with it, and yeah, you get these. I got a tester. I want to say I paid about 40 bucks, maybe like 40, 45 bucks or something like that for the tester. Again, I will pop up the correct price on the screen. But yeah, all in all, this is a really good one. If you're looking for a spring fragrance that you can either signature scent or dress up with, that one's really good. Okay, let's see. Moving along. This one also made my green list for the designer side of things. I have a couple of those in here, don't I? And this one is going to be from Loewe, or like Solo Loewe. Loewe might be the name, and Solo might be the line. I don't know. It's Origami. Sweet looking, like 80s looking style bottle. Although this did come out within the last few years. It's a green fragrance, and it smells good. Nobody talks about this one. Yo. Smells very good. Nobody really talks about this one. You have a little bit of a citrus in there that you're picking up, but you also have a grassy note, kind of not as cut grass as something like a green Irish tweed. This one's a little bit like fresher than that, but there is like a grassy note, a little bit of soapiness in there as well. It's a very fresh, like green grassy type of fragrance. There might be hay in here, I'm not for sure, but all in all, it's a really good scent. It lasts pretty much all day on my skin. And this one can be had on discounters for anywhere from, I think, like $50 to $75-ish. Depending on which one you go to, there is a pretty big like price difference there. So I think it is, I want to say Fragrance Net has the best price on this that I've seen. But yeah, this one's pretty good. I just happen to be looking through some stuff, and I've never heard anybody talk about this. I thought, I want to jump on that. That looks green, and I like green. So yeah, it works very well. Next up, I have one from Dior. No, it is not Sauvage. This one is also a classic. Now you probably know where I'm going with this one. It's a classic. I think it came out in the 60s. It was a signature scent, I believe, for Steve McQueen. This one is Eau Sauvage. Not the new one. This is the original. So really, really good scent. I love this one so much. It's so good. So this one is one I actually really missed during the fall and the winter, and I was like, this is like when you look in your cabinet and you're like, oh man, I do want to get back into that warm weather season so I can bust this one out. Yeah, this one, it does that. It has a magnetic cap. With this one, you're going to have a little bit of an aromatic citrus feel. Also, I want to say there might be some vetiver in here as well. I wouldn't doubt that there's vetiver in here. I'm pretty sure there is, but all in all, it's a really good fragrance. This one can go casual. It can go dressed up. You can really wear it for any situation in the warm weather. I mean, you can probably make it a signature scent wear it year-round as well, but I think it performs best in spring and summer. And it's just a classic scent that still works today. A lot of people still wear it, and it smells really good. It has kind of that grown-up it has that grown up feel to it, like grown up classy type of feel to it. And that, you find that with a lot of those older fragrances, kind of like your Vetiver from Guerlain and your Eau Sauvage from Dior. Okay, number 7. I haven't been counting up until then. This one is actually my scent of the day today, and everybody's heard of this one. I don't know if I've seen it on anybody's spring list this year, but then again, I've been slacking on my YouTubing. But this one, really, really good. Been around for a bit. Yeah, it's been around for a bit. So we've all heard of it. It's Terre Hermes from Hermes. Yeah, really, really good scent. So this one is probably not going to be for everybody. I know there's a lot of people that don't like this scent, and it's mainly because of that. I believe there's a vetiver in here that is kind of earthy, a little soily, like earthy type feel to it, and a lot of people don't like that. Personally, I kind of like it. So picture you're in an orchard garden, and maybe like the morning after it kind of, there was like a shower, and you could smell that soil, the orchard, you know, the citruses from the orchard, all of that kind of all mixing those scents. That's what I get from this. I kind of get that. You definitely get the citrus on the opening. I get that kind of soil type of feel, and I also kind of get a little bit of a, not rainy day, but like the day after or the morning after a spring shower in an orchard. That's kind of what I get with it. I think it smells really good. It's a very classy scent. A lot of people wear it. You know, a lot of people dress this one up. Of course, you can wear it for any situation you want. But I think it's a great scent and definitely worth getting. I want to say this one might cost you around $60 or $70, if I'm not mistaken. All right, next up, we're going to go blue, but kind of a little bit of a light blue here. So this one is a blue style fragrance, a little bit light. It's from YSL, as Yves Saint Laurent's Y, the EDT, right here. Now, why didn't I put the Eau de Parfum or the Le Parfum on here? Well, good question. That's because I don't own either of those. I might have put the Eau de Parfum on here. I have smelled it a few times. I do really enjoy it, but I did go with the EDT for kind of the warmer spring days, because during spring you do have that transitioning weather where you might have kind of some cooler days going into some super hot days, and this one I think would go really well for the hot days because it's so light and it has like that airy type of feel to it, I guess quality characteristic. And yeah, it smells blue. You get a little bit of fruit in there. Yeah, and it's light, so you're not going to, like the fruit, the sweetness from the fruit smells really good, but it's not heavy, so you're not going to kind of have to rule this out for outside activities, hot weather, anything like that. You can actually wear this for any situation, any weather, because it is kind of that light and, you know, not a dense style of blue fragrance. That makes sense, and it does to me. So this, all in all, I think is a really good offering. Yes, I do want to get the Eau de Parfum and the Le Parfum. Don't have it yet, but maybe for the summer or next spring, one of those will make the list. So, but for now, the EDT, really good option. Performance on it, it's not great. It's not terrible either. Get about 6 hours on my skin. If I spray my clothes or I spray kind of heavy, I could push that to like 7 or 8 hours, but all in all, 6 hours is about average, or that acceptable range for most people. So pretty good. You can get these for, I don't know, about $60 or so from discounters for, this is the 2 ounce. Yeah, the 2 ounce. So right here, YSL Y EDT. Moving on along. Next one, the last two kind of cost about the same price, so it doesn't matter which order. All right, this one, it's from Armani. It's from a line that everybody knows, the Acqua di Gio line, but it's not the original Acqua di Gio. This one is the 2020 release, Profondo. Right there. Yeah, Profondo. Oh man, I really enjoy this. Really good atomizer. Yeah. So this is this is Armani's take on the blue style fragrance, going in the vein of that Acqua di Gio line. Yes, you pick up some of the traces of that Acqua di Gio DNA. Is it dominant? Not really, because it does kind of blue up, I guess. I don't know if there's an ambroxan in here, but I am inclined to think so, because you do kind of get a little bit of a shower gel type of scent with it, but a very nice aquatic shower gel type of scent from that aquatic nature of the original Acqua di Gio DNA. And it smells really good. This, when I saw this one come out, I really wanted it. I got it late in the year of 2020, and I've just been dying to get it out. I did have a decant of it. That's how I originally smelled it. I did not blind buy this one, and I enjoyed it so much from that decant. I did pay retail for this. Well, off of the Armani website, which was like, I want to say I paid about $100 maybe for this bottle, and it's really good. So it's a really nice scent, and it lasts. So this one, I think, does outperform YSLY. At least it does for me. So I get about 8 hours with this one, and it's one of those type of blue fragrances, kind of like with the Y, to where it's not so dense that you can't wear it in super high heat. You can absolutely wear this one in super high heat, and it's not going to choke people out. Whereas maybe like Sauvage, you may want to tone back, or maybe Dylan Blue, you might want to tone back in that really high heat. This one is going to go well in cooler days as well as those high heat days. Okay, and finally, this one is a new acquisition for me in the last couple weeks. You probably saw my haul video from the mall. Yes, this is going to be from Tiffany and Company, and it is Tiffany Love For Him. Really good fragrance. The atomizer on here is like stunning. It's really good. Love the scent. You have Tiffany and Company around the collar of the atomizer. Now check out this atomizer. I might give you two. I'll give you one in full motion, and then I'll give you one in slow motion. Yes, I can do that. So here's full motion. Very nice. Now let's check out the slow motion. Yeah, that's really good. But did you see how that atomizer just, oh man. And I mean, it's such a great atomizer. It's super fine mist, and it just, I love that. I love that a lot. So it's weird, the things we get excited about. Atomizers are one of those things that a lot of people get excited about. This one's kind of worth the money just for the atomizer. But anyway, so this one, the scent, I personally think is amazing. It's an aromatic citrus, and it is just so freaking appealing. Nobody's going to dislike this one. It's so mass appealing. It's so fresh. It's citrus. It just hangs in the air, and it's not a, I wouldn't say this is a blue style fragrance, but it is pretty mass appealing. It is an aromatic citrus. A lot of people like that. So this one is going to run you almost right at $100 retail. So maybe I tried to buy it from discounters, but they were all out. You're probably still going to pay like $70-$80, I'm guessing, at the discounters. So I bought it at the mall. I paid nearly $100 for this one. I think it was like $98. And all in all, it's a really solid fragrance. I absolutely love this one. You can wear it casually or dressed up. It's going to work in any situation, as citrus fragrances usually do, and it's going to work in the high heat because it doesn't have all that added sweetness that's going to really just like, yeah, sticky it up or whatever, or turn people off. So really good option for those warmer days in spring. Make a great lake fragrance. Really do anything fragrance, to be honest with you. The only drawback on this one's the performance, and the performance on this one, it does project decently for about that first hour, and then it starts to really draw in. So, which is kind of typical when you're going for a warmer weather scent. You're not wanting something that's going to like just overpower people. So it does kind of come in, but the longevity on there, you're talking about 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. And yes, I have refreshed with this one, and it's just, but the scent is so good though that I don't mind, and it has a really nice grapefruit note in it, and I'm like a sucker for that scent. So for me, I think it's worth it. Just refresh. It's a great scent, but if you are looking for long-lasting longevity, probably not going to be something you want. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Please give the video a like if you like this type of content. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, if you like this type of content. And I will catch you guys with the next video. Thank you for watching.